General McMaster said Ms. Powell would continue to work on the Israeli-Palestinian peace process after leaving the White House. Officials said she might even travel to the region with Mr. Kushner and the president's special envoy, Jason D. Greenblatt, though the prospects for an accord seem more elusive than ever after Mr. Trump's recognition this week of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Ms. Powell, a former philanthropic executive at Goldman Sachs who served in the George W. Bush administration, arrived at the White House through Ms. Trump, with whom she worked during the transition developing proposals related to the economic empowerment of women. But Ms. Powell soon pivoted to national security, drawing on her experience as an Assistant Secretary of State for Educational and Cultural Affairs under Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. She was a key architect of Mr. Trump's first foreign trip, which was viewed as a major success after he received a lavish welcome in Saudi Arabia and Israel. She was also deeply involved in drafting the National Security Strategy, a document that lays out the administration's approach to issues like nuclear proliferation and upheaval in the Middle East. Ms. Powell worked closely with Nadia Shadlow, another NSC staff official, who is expected to succeed her. Ms. Rice said Ms. Powell had been a steadying but creative influence. No small feat in any administration, but particularly in one that has really needed the experience that she brought to the job. Quote, an Egyptian-born Coptic Christian who grew up in Texas, Ms. Powell helped mitigate the perception that the Trump peace team was stocked with staunchly pro-Israel figures like Mr. Kushner, Mr. Greenblatt, and David M. Friedman, the ambassador to Israel, all of whom are Orthodox Jews. Ms. Powell's Arabic language skills also helped her negotiate with Saudi and Egyptian officials. In April, she played a role in obtaining the release of an Egyptian-American aid worker, Aya Hijazi, who was detained in Cairo. Ms. Powell, who at the time was traveling in the region with Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, escorted Ms. Hijazi home. Dina has done a great